So about Sabo. Sabo is a very pivotal character in the story. Even right now as we speak, he is shifting the story. Well, maybe not as we speak, because I am pretty sure all the stuff that's going down with them is side by side with Wano, or a little bit before the war even starts. But you get the point I'm trying to make. Sabo is one of the most important characters in the story. He's number 2 of one of the great powers in One Piece, and is also Luffy's brother. But he didn't really get a proper intro until Dressrosa. Before that though, he was never addressed. I know there were hints, like there being 3 sake cups in Luffy's or Ace's flashbacks, but never anything past the subtle stuff. And with what we do learn about him in Dressrosa, it makes a lot of sense. He had lost his memories and wasn't aware that he was Luffy and Ace's brother. It wasn't until he saw the newspaper with Ace's death that he got his memories back, which is kinda strange if you ask me. I mean, the part with him seeing Ace has his memories return makes sense, but it would mean that he was not aware of Ace at all until that point, which is kind of hard to believe. Ace had a 550 million berry bounty. It wasn't crazy hype, but he was recognized, so for Sabo to have no clue about him at all is kind of strange. I don't know if it was just me though, but that was just something random that I noticed. But yeah, the point I am trying to make is that his memories are what had him out of the loop for so long. So I wanted to make yet another hypothetical type of video, this time on how the story would change if Sabo had kept his memories. Before I get into it though, remember to like and subscribe for future content. Alright, so I will start when he first sets off, since that's where he lost his memories. So in this hypothetical, just imagine that the Celestial Dragons did not come that day, or that they just came from a different direction or something, just that they did not end up crossing paths with Sabo. Alright, with this not happening, it would actually change a lot of things for the story. First would be that Sabo may not even have ended up joining the Revolutionary Army, because remember, Dragon was there for the Celestial Dragons. So if the Celestial Dragons are coming on a different day or another direction, Sabo also wouldn't cross paths with Dragon. I mean, you can bend it to try to make them meet, but it would have to be a pretty big stretch. So in this hypothetical, instead of being a revolutionary, he would just end up being a pirate. And in this case, he'll be more or less like Ace, where he just got a group together to make his own crew and head it out. I can't really tell what kind of journey he will take though, because as we learn at Sabo Ori, there are multiple paths a person could take, or even end up like Ace and stranded on some random island. So for specifics like what island he goes to, it'll be anyone's guess. But for now, let's just say that he took one of the routes to Sabo Ori. So yeah, right now he would just be doing his own thing with his crew. He wouldn't really get involved with the story until maybe Impel Down or Marineford. Those are the earliest arcs that seem most appropriate to bring him back, since he will now have his memories back. And seeing Ace being locked up, he would have no doubt have done the same thing Luffy did. So with both of them heading to Impel Down for Ace, they will end up meeting again. And instead of just Luffy, it'll be Luffy and Sabo leading a prison break to save Ace, eventually leading up to Marineford. So for the most part, just the same story, but with Sabo popping up at this point. But who knows, they might have made it out of there with Ace. Well, probably not honestly. Sabo will be decently strong, but I doubt he'll be strong enough to shift the tide so much. With how large scale it was, I don't see it happening. As for the time skip though, it's hard to say, because he's already out and about without training, well excluding the training that he did when he was a kid. In the original story, ever since he was saved by Dragon, he was put into training. And by the way, we were also assuming that he has no devil fruit in this hypothetical. I suppose if he was to train, it would be with Luffy. Now that I think about it, Ace will still need to die for this hypothetical to happen properly, because without his death, they won't have the drive to become stronger, which is what had made Luffy decide to dedicate 2 years to training. So yeah, Ace is pretty dead in this hypothetical. I have another video about Ace if he survived though, so if you're interested in seeing that, you can check it out on my channel. But yeah, Sabo will train with Luffy under Rayleigh, but after the time skip they'll split apart again, because as I said with Ace in his video, I do not think they'll want to join Luffy's crew. Not that Luffy will mind, but they want to have their own adventures, so he would just head back out with his crew back to sailing. After that though, it's pretty hard to judge again. He probably wouldn't be at Dressrosa anymore, since he wouldn't be needed there, since he went there for mostly revolutionary reasons, as well as recovering Ace's fruit, but both of those are gone in this hypothetical, so I would imagine him being brought back into Wano, since that is the only time I see him actually coming back to the main story with the Straw Hats. Maybe side arcs with him doing his own stuff though. I wouldn't really mind seeing that kind of stuff, similar to Ace's novels. But yeah, that is pretty much all I came up with in this hypothetical. It wasn't as major as I thought it would be, honestly. I mean, the parts that were really meant for Sabo to shine haven't really come up beyond the original story, so that's probably why. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and subscribe for future content. Peace.